most important election that's ever happened to this country. Now today's paper said that if you don't vote for President Obama, it means you're racist. In other words, don't look at his record for the last 4 years, and don't look at what the expectations of the American people are for the next 4 years. But we're going to have a very low turnout, they have already predicted. Because we've become a people that have got to have immediate gratification. What if I told you that we can know what's going to happen next week, next month, next year? And we're getting awful close to 12/21/12. And I can tell you the Mayans were wrong. My birthday's on 12/20/12, and if the gravitation reverses and we're all thrown off of the earth, well, what a way to celebrate my birthday. And they're selling survival kits to try to be prepared for the tribulation that's coming upon the face of the earth. They knew not until the flood came and took them all away. Do you know we choose to be ignorant?
Yes.
We make a choice not to know. We don't want to know because it might obligate us. But the Bible forewarns us that what he has done and what he will do, he's already given the answers to his servants, the prophets. Hebrews 11th chapter and the 20th verse. Hebrews 11 and 20. The Apostle Paul had been brought out of a luxury environment, prestigious position, to become battered and beat up and imprisoned and enchained, to bring to us, to give you and I today the knowledge of knowing what is coming upon the face of the earth and what we can expect. Hebrews 11:20. By faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. Well, I don't believe the Bible. The reason why is you don't read it. And if you read it, you buy books to try to interpret it instead of accepting what it said. The prophets heard from God and they wrote what God told them was going to take place. So here the Bible said, by faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. Now the book of Hebrews in the 11th chapter is called a book of faith. Faith is not blind. Faith is action that is taken upon your belief system, believing in what God has promised God's going to do.
Amen.
Nothing blind about it. Faith is action based on belief sustained by confidence that which we believe is true. Well, if you could go back through history and you could see the paradigm or the structure of man's journey on the face of the earth. That God had a purpose of creating the heavens and the earth. God had a purpose of putting Adam and Eve in the garden of paradise. And whenever Adam and Eve disobeyed him, God made provisions right then to redeem his creation from the curse that Adam and Eve brought upon him. Genesis 3:15. Several thousand years prior to the birth of the seed that was promised. The seed of the woman is going to bruise the serpent's head. And everything that was lost in the first Adam is going to be regained in the second Adam. We're getting ready to, we got Halloween coming, and we got Thanksgiving, and then we got Christmas. And we'll go through all of these, and the majority of us will not be changed. We're not, there is a God, maybe somewhere out there, but kind of irrelevant to the life that I want to live. Well, let's look and see what that Isaac did whenever he blessed Esau and Jacob concerning things to come. Genesis, the 27th chapter and the 35th verse. Genesis, the 27th chapter and the 35th verse. See, God looked at man and said that everything I prepared for him, man's not really interested in following after me. Man's not interested in accepting my rule or my direction. And he said, I'm going to just destroy them all off the face of the earth. But there's always been a line. He said Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Noah was brought through the flood, and the human family was able to survive because that Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. So here we see Isaac as he was going to bless Esau and Jacob. Genesis 27:35. And he said, thy brother hath come with sublimity and hath taken away thy blessing. Your brother has come and deceived me and has taken away your blessing. We're living in a world when the majority of us are victims. We have everybody else to blame for our life except ourselves. I deal with it all week with people. They're victim of being born in the wrong place. They're victim of being born of the wrong color. They're victim of not having advantage. They're victim. A victim means that something happened to you that you had no power over or couldn't change. Now, whenever you get a family that is totally predictable as being disorganized and disruptive, Abraham fathered Isaac, and Isaac fathered Esau and Jacob. If you read the Bible, you find out how mixed up, how fouled up these people were. I mean, they were involved in every kind of skullduggery, lying and deception. Now, the Bible said that Esau's mama didn't like him as much as she did Jacob. They were twins. Esau was born before Jacob, and therefore, by their law, he was the one that was to be the inheritor of all that Isaac had built up, and Isaac had inherited all of Abraham. Not only the material things, but the spiritual blessings that were put upon them by their father Abram and Ur of Chaldees getting up and going into the land that I'm going to show you.